Huh, I bet.
ആ കേൾക്കണ്ടോ? ആ മീറ്റ് തുടങ്ങി. മീറ്റിലെ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടോ ഗൂഗിൾ മീറ്റില്? ഞങ്ങൾ ഞാനും കയറാം. മറ്റേ വല്ല മെസ്സേജ് ഇടണോടാ? നമ്മൾ രണ്ടുപേരും മാത്രം ഉള്ളോ? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Why any particular reason? Okay, all right, yeah. Who's the event coordinator here? Is it Namish? Right. Namish, right? Yeah. Hey, Namish. Hey, listen, I have a call at 8:30, so we'll quickly start it off. We have around uh, Hey, first of all, I'm a staff developer. Uh, so yeah, I'm also an alumni from Model Engineering College. I passed out from Model in year 2014. I was also a computer science student. So my journey with computer science was like I've experienced in MNCs, working with MNC companies. I've worked with Mercedes. I've worked with Byju's. I've worked with Daily Rounds Marrow. Now currently working with Warner Brothers. It's been 2.5 years since I'm working with Warner, and I mostly take care of things related to streaming. You guys might be knowing HBO, so I take care of HBO. Like everything related to mobile, I take care. So yeah, that's about me. We have quite a number of people, so introducing each one will be a little difficult. But still, I would like to hear something or the other from everyone, like just a formal introduction. Can we start with Abel? Did I say it right?
Yeah, so my name is Abel. I also study in Model Engineering College and I am currently in third year computer science school.
Hey, Abel.
I,
I think next one will be Adit. Adit, you wanna go next? I think Adit is. Adin is there? I think for me, calling out will be a little difficult. You guys introduce yourself. Like, let's give it like 5 minutes of introduction. Anyone randomly can introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Ibarafi.
Hey. Uh-huh.
I am from CS itself. Currently, I'm in my fourth semester, but after the sem exam, I'll be getting into my third year. So, yeah, that's
Hmm.
about me.
Nice. Anyone else? Come on. Or should I pick the call outs?
Hello, sir.
Hello,
My
Sarah.
name is Sarah Matthew, and I'm currently in seventh semester. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm I'm in computer science as well, and
Hmm.
currently preparing for placements and all.
Nice.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Uh, who wants to go next? Come on. No one? Okay. All right. No problem. So, uh, see, I'm really sorry. I don't have a particular plan on how to take this session. I'm completely unprepared. It was a complete packed day for me. Still, I'm on calls. So, but in which case, I believe everyone are from computer science, right? There's no one from any other branch. Uh, Namesh? Okay. All right. So I'll quickly tell you guys about my journey, how it has been up until now, what all things I have done uh, for me to grow um, in career, how I gave my first interviews, like how I got placed from college. I'll just give you a walkthrough on what all things I learned, what all things I took care of, how my journey has been when I was in college. All right, so coming from the same background which you guys are in, it was quite some not very easy journey like how you guys used to have. It was a little difficult for us back then. Uh, so I got placed from college itself. I got placed in a company named First Tech, and then it was a whole lot of journey which was much more automated for me. Um, yeah, so the I still, I mean, even in this 12 years of experience, I still work on my DSAs, data structures, because I have to personally update myself for the interviews which I take for the company. We do take interviews like every month we'll be having one or the other drives. So I keep myself updated till now. I still work on data structures. I still work on lead codes. I still push codes on my personal Git and all those things. I work on my personal projects as well. So quite a lot of things I still do. Uh, so for you guys, um, mostly how the I'll explain you about how the interviews structure is in companies. I mean, with respect to the companies where I have worked. Here in Warner, what we do, how we evaluate students or freshers will be based on their first, definitely will be the coding skills. We will analyze, we will evaluate the students on the basis of the coding skills. Uh, the next important thing which we evaluate will be uh, is how they approach a situation. That's very important for us. The questions, how we will be framing these questions to the kids, to the freshers, is not the regular way. We'll be framing it in such a way that we will give a particular scenario. It will be mostly scenario based. So I personally ask scenario based questions. I like it because that helps me to evaluate the students. It's easy for everyone right now to do the coding. You have AI helpers, all those things are there. Lot many things are there for you to crack down the interviews, but uh, a scenario based question helps me evaluate a student in part by part. For example, I might ask you a question which will be based on a story, probably a DC comic story I'll put, and then I'll ask how to optimize that particular character or that particular situation. How do we optimize? So those kind of like story based questions I'll be asking, and my what I look forward is active participation, like whoever is actively participating with me. I'll definitely have some extra pointer for them. For example, like if someone I'm actively asking a question to someone and that particular person doesn't have an answer, which clearly means that the person either he is disinterested or that person just know the basic question to answer thing is what he is capable of, he or she is capable of. So I will evaluate on the basis of participation how active that person is. That's very important in if you have to consider about interviews, active participation in an interview is very important. Interviews are the the days of interview being an interview is gone. Now it's more like a discussion. Everyone are like, with me also, I've seen many freshers talking to me very casually, and that helps me to gel with them in that 1 hour interview. So active participation is very important. You need to ask me questions. It's not just about I myself asking questions to you guys. So that's how an interview, on a high level, an interview has to be taken. So the points here I would reframe as that you need to be actively participating in an interview. Like if I'm asking you questions, then you should uh, give back or like participate in that discussion. Now I might ask you about what is the difference between a process and a thread. This is a very basic computer science question. A process and a thread. You can shortly what you can say is uh, process is on a higher level and thread will be its child. That's a basic answer which you could give. That's a basic answer which anyone would start with. But if you could give a real life example, like, like probably what we are seeing right now is a Chrome window, right? And that could be a Chrome, could be a process, and then a window inside a Chrome will be a thread. If you could answer in such a way that that's easy for you to also present the answer to me, and it's easy for me to digest the answer what you are giving. That's very important. In a way that there's no communication gap, the way there's no there's no misunderstanding in what you are telling and what I am listening. So that's very important that you need to communicate properly. Very crisp communication has to be there. You shouldn't you shouldn't roll about when you are being asked a question. It should be very much straightforward. Explain it with examples. Real life examples could be a good add-on point. So that's the high level of interviews. Any questions till now? We'll slowly go through the process, my experience, and what I believe should be the right way to approach any interviews. Later on, we will step on to the career guidance process. After this, maybe we can discuss about uh, how to move forward in career, how my experience has been. You can even ask about the life at Warner Brothers. I'm happy to share that as well. So, any questions till now, like any doubts, we can move forward with the discussion if you guys are clear. And I want someone to, take charge of rest of everyone so that it's easy for me, like it's more like I don't want to communicate and I don't want to be just just a talker. Can someone be the mediator here who will speak on behalf of the other people? Namesh. Yeah, so all right, so that's what and how many of you are uh, keen on like do you guys have a plan like uh, this is the career which I want to take. Probably AI ML is what I'm interested. Probably cybersecurity is what I'm interested. Uh, or even mobile development is what I'm interested. Do you guys have a favorite uh, kind of thing which is already planned? Mm. Nice. Even I am a big fan of cybersecurity. I have also explored quite a lot on cybersecurity. There was I personally worked on mobile throughout my career. So the mobile security was something which was very important for us because I worked with companies which have a heavy monetization on the digital front. So it is very important for us to mask all these security threats. Sorry, security features. So I have explored it, and it's a very beautiful thing to explore on cybersecurity. But the cybersecurity part is something which if you are choosing a cybersecurity career, you need to be thorough with what's happening around the world. I mean, what's happening around the tech. It's very important that you understand how the current uh, tech works and what could be the what could be like you should be eventually what you should be is you should be able to understand understand the gaps which is there in the tech. Same goes with other uh, careers as well, like AIML. We have n number of AIML openings in Warner Brothers itself. We are keen on hiring AML developers. That's the whole thing which is running into. So again, it all depends on your interest. If you are not interested in any of these and you are interested in mobile development or even designing, you should ideally choose that one. But what my understanding about the tech and how the industry works is cybersecurity, AML, even DevOps is the next big thing which is going on. All right. So, how do you choose your uh, career path? How do you understand whether AIML suits you or whether cybersecurity suits you or mobile development suits you or web development suits you or DevOps suits you? How do you choose that? For me, if I have to give myself an example, I landed onto my first job without knowing what iOS development is. And I have been an iOS developer from my early stages itself. So it was a journey which I never chose, but thankfully, I'm very, I have all the gratitude towards my first company for introducing me to iOS development, and because of that, I am where I am right now. But it shouldn't be the case with everyone. What I'll tell you is you need to understand where your liking is, what is your comfort zone. If your comfort zone is more into the data part, data analytics, you love playing with data, then you should stick on to data analytics, AML, all those things you should try to explore. If you are familiar with linear algebra, all those things, you should definitely go forward with AML. If your liking is towards more of hacking, exploring, breaking stuff, then you should go forward with cybersecurity. So understand your liking, spend some time with yourself, understand what your likes are, how you can contribute more to the community. So I am a community contributor. I contribute to Google Maps. We have a small community for Swift developers here in Bangalore. I take care of that community. So, I mean, it gives me a good, I mean, intent is set for me. So I do it passionately. So like that, you should also find where you should invest your time because your time is much very important. So you should also understand where you should ideally put your time. You should definitely put your time on something which you like to do. So explore out everything. Explore out cybersecurity. Explore out AIML. Explore out um, coding. I mean, data structures, explore mobile development, all those things you should explore. Not by using Cursor, Fleet, or any other AI agent. IDs, but you yourself manually code and see whether you are comfortable with all those things. That's very important. And once you understand you are comfortable with a particular path, choose that choose that path, explore out options, create a spreadsheet for yourself, target companies which will suit your likings. For example, let's suppose you might be interested in streaming, mobile streaming or web streaming, any other things. So if you are interested in streaming, uh, try to understand how Geo works, Geo Hotstar works. Try to understand how Warner Brothers work, how Disney works, how Netflix works. So get an idea about how these companies work, and then probably start applying for that companies. So again, uh, I'll stress on my point here that you need to understand, you need to explore and understand uh, what your liking is. That's very important, and then you should put some effort in exploring yourself. Are you comfortable with that technology? Are you comfortable with those kind of coding? Will you be comfortable with that particular environment? So that's very important. Any questions? Cool.
Sir, can I ask
Yeah.
you something?
Yeah.
So what I feel is like most of the people among like in this meet are from third year, like uh, getting to the third year and like
Okay.
pre-final year, right? And
Mhm.
our training and placement will start really soon, like within 1 or 2 years. So is this time sufficient to explore different fields of CS and find your favorite?
See, if you have to consider, okay, well, how I will approach that situation is, if you are getting an opportunity, why wouldn't you say no to it? Because that gives you a chance to explore that particular tech also. If you are getting an internship, well and good, take it, explore it. Are you interested? If you are not interested, don't do that. Don't force yourself to work for a company which doesn't suit your way of working, but it just gives you a tag that you have a job in hand. So what I will, if I have to approach that situation, I will simply take that offer because I'm just a third year student. I need to explore out. I need to understand. I need to understand the synergy. Like, do I fit in that company, or do I fit in that particular tech field or tech area? So I'll take that opportunity. And if you say, if you're not getting an opportunity for internship, then it's up to you to, you have to pick up yourself, bend your brain in such a way that you do the hard work, and then you understand which one suits you well. Yeah, to summarize it, if you are getting an opportunity, take it. Any other
Okay, sir.
question?
Thank you.
Okay, all right. How many of you here do lead code challenges every day, or participate in lead code? Do you guys contribute to lead code? I don't know how this Google Meet works. Yeah, you can send a reaction. Yeah, I mean, if you participate, you can send a thumbs up reaction. Yeah, that's quite a lot. Oh, almost everyone are interest. I mean, everyone take part in lead code. Yeah, I'll tell you why lead code is very important, and why we basically ask questions related to DSA and all those things. We just had a a recent drive where we hired uh, around 16 freshers, including interns. Those are actually women in tech hiring. So it was all female students which we hired. One thing which I have noticed is that uh, the number of lead code the questions which they have done is actually quite a big number. There are students who have actually done 300 questions, 400 questions. There are so many students like that. So why I'll tell you why that is important and why people who has done this number of questions on lead code or neat code, why we are aligned to hire them is because one thing which we all do here with computer science is more about logical solving, right? We solve puzzles every day. uh, we tend to we tend to question everything every day, uh, like how that works, how this is going to be. Right now I'm working on a very challenging feature, that's why you see me much exhausted today. I've been putting my brain, I've been breaking my head on that particular ticket which I'm working on from morning until now. I haven't completed because I'm putting my logics out there. So logical thinking is very important as far as your technical growth is concerned. If you are little if you fall behind in your logical stuff, then it will be very difficult for you to adapt to a very agile tech environment. For example, let's suppose you are working on a cross team platform, and then there are multiple teams which are contributing to a single monorepo code. You are the other team might be writing very good logically good code which is very optimized, which works on a very less time and space complexity. And on the other hand, you are being hired but you are writing a dirty pile of code. So you are definitely a standing out person. You are the odd one out there. So your logics will have to be rewritten by the company. Company resources has to be used to rewrite your, the logic which you have written. So it's very important that once you write a dirty pile of code, you have to understand there will be n number of people who will be working to optimize that part of the code which you have written. So any company which is a very fast moving company which works on stability will not hire someone who is logically dumb. So you need to work on the logic. I personally took a lot of time to build my logical reasoning. I'm still not very fine with most of the logical stuff. Still struggling. Uh, so it's very important that you question yourself. Don't take data structure programs questions as data structure. Like, I mean, it's very boring. It is actually boring. I know, but try to use your brain and mind, try to crack down the problem, try to understand how this has to be solved. All those things has to be very important. You should then only you slowly adapt to the you should try growing your logical reasoning skills. So again, coming back, why data structure is important and why people ask data structure. Data structure is very important to understand your logical reasoning skills. I personally ask freshers very minimal logical questions. For example, two sum problem, coin change problem, all those things only I'll be asking. I think most of the companies also will be asking such simple questions to freshers. 100% I can guarantee on that. No one will be asking any complicated heap questions or narratory questions, all those things. No company will be asking to any fresher. So I would suggest you guys to work on easy questions, pick easy questions, or even medium questions from neat code or lead code. Pick those questions up and then uh, work on those questions. You can use roadmap.sh to, if you have a deadline for an interview, like you have like 10 days for an interview. What I would suggest is use roadmap as such. Ask it to create some questions from neat code or lead code. Work on it. Now, another advice which I will give to you guys is, if you are interviewing for a company, for example, you are interviewing for Paytm, Adobe, even Warner, there is a website named Work at Tech. uh, I think it's work at the rate tech. You can visit that website, work at tech. uh, there will be n number of questions related what that company will probably ask you. All those things will be there in work at tech. You should explore that website. It's a very useful website. If you are running really short of time, you should definitely make use of work at tech. uh, it will give you almost similar questions or patterns of questions which the company will be asking you. Every company will have its own interview guideline book, the rule book which we follow. That's the interview Bible. So we keep questions which are much relative to that interview guidelines. So what I mean by that is the questions which we will be asking is more or like similar. A company works on a guideline. I might be asking one question, my colleague will be asking another question, but those questions will be very related to each other because we follow guidelines. Just a second, I'll be back. Yeah, sorry guys. So work at tech, you should definitely explore work at tech. Is one website which everyone should actually follow. And there is this guy named Alex Zhu. I will write it in the chat. Alex Zhu. So this guy will help you build your technical knowledge. For example, uh, what I mean by technical knowledge is, if you lack system design skills, system design is a very important stuff because designing a system is a very important thing which any tech person has to follow. So Alexia writes very good system design books. You should actually follow Alexia on LinkedIn. He does some crazy system design posts. Even he does the data structure questions as well. Mostly logical reasoning stuff. Like yeah, I mean, I can't recall much of these things, but do follow Alexu. You will get more involved in tech if you start listening to Alexu. Um, then, yeah, then again, if I have to revolve my discussion around data structures and stuff, I'll say thoroughly understand searching algorithms, sorting algorithms. Uh, all those things are the basic, and it shouldn't be like you should never go to an interview without understanding searching algorithms or sorting algorithms. These are basics. You need to have those things handy with you. Okay. So always revise the searching, sorting algorithms before you attend any interviews. Any questions? Next we can move to uh, yeah, any questions? Anyone has any doubts can ask. I know I'm not touch pointing on anything particularly. I'm just going around, but still I'm ready to listen and answer any questions which you guys are having. All right, yeah. Now the next very important thing is how you prepare your resume. Me personally, what I always, if someone Uh, okay, now how it works in MNC companies, I'll tell you how it works in other companies, not the startup ones. In startup, I've worked in both startups and MNCs. How in startup it works is like we developers will go and we will go and evaluate the resumes. We are the one who filters the resumes, not the ATS. Okay. Now, since we do the resume filter, uh, what I will look into the resume initially is uh, what all skills you have. Definitely, I will look into that. Does that skill matches my JD, uh, basically job description? Does it match with my JD? If it is matching, if it is 90% matching with my uh, job details, then I will look into the other sections. What I'll be looking into the other section is you said you have the skills and it matches with my job description. Now, how have you used those skills in your life till now is what I'll be checking. So if I have to evaluate a resume, how I'll be evaluating is I'll check whether you have matching skills which matches with my job profile, the job profile which I've actually posted. If you have those skills, that's a tick point. That's the checkpoint for me. I'm at that checkpoint. Now I move to the next checkpoint. I check whether you have done anything uh, with respect to those skills which you have written. Do you have you explored? I mean, the common thing which I keep seeing is that people just write, I'm good at Python, I'm good at AIML, I'm good at linear algebra, I'm good at Swift, I'm good at Kotlin, I'm good at Golang. All those things, I keep seeing so many things in resume. Like the skill section itself will be a paragraph. Still, it's a checkpoint for me. I'll go and see the next thing is what have you done for the skills which is matching your skills and the job description skills. If there's a match, I'll go and see what you have done there. If you haven't done anything, that's the end. I don't go through the resume anymore. I'll just reject it there. So why did I explain you? I'll tell you. Why I explained you this is uh, let's suppose let's take Namish itself. Namish has applied to Netflix. Now Namish knows Python. Let's say Namish knows JavaScript. Now Netflix has posted something which is related to Android TV, which works on C++, and Namish has worked on JavaScript. Now they don't want a CDAV developer, they just want a CTV developer who has to be a C++ developer. Now, Namish has written he's a JavaScript developer. Now, what will happen is that it's an immediate reject for Namish. Netflix works on ATS, there's no manual filter in the first layer. So ATS itself will reject Namish. So now, if you are preparing your resume, make sure that you understand, go through the job profile completely. Job description is just written for you to understand what the job is. HRs are not blunt; they are writing it for you to for you to filter the jobs. Okay, Now you have to go through every detail in the job description. What are the skills needed? Now you are desperate to get the job and you think that that job fits you well. So you tweak your resume. You if Namish is good at JavaScript, but Netflix needs a C++ developer. Namish will write, tweak his resume such that he will say that I've worked on C++. This is the minimal experience which I'm having, and this is what I have done in C++. You might not have done anything in C++, but it's if you want to get that job and you want the resume to get filtered out, selected, then you need to do this. Like, you need to add that skill. You need to say that this is what I have worked in my life. This is what I have done in my project. That I have done this particular thing in C++. So that gives that you have setting an intent for the hiring manager that oh, this fellow has actually worked. He seems to be good with C++. Why don't I hire him? So the resume moves to the next round. Now, if the next person is asking C++, you have enough time. And trust me on this, every company like Google, Uber, uh, Netflix, every other companies gives you a time of preparation. I'm not sure about freshers, but for us experienced people, they give enough time for us to prepare. So you take that time, let it be 10 days, understand about C++, now whatever the project which you have written over there, understand how you can do that project. Take 3 to 5 days to just understand everything. Um, Next 5 to 10 days, try to build a project. That's the best way to, yeah, crack a job, at least reach the midway to cracking a job or landing a job, I would say. So again, to uh, touch back on what I said, resume is important. Job description has to be read out properly. Understand what all skills are needed for that particular job profile. Tweak your resume, match with the job profile which is listed. And the next thing is uh, create, make sure that you tell in the resume that this is what you have worked till now. Till now with that particular skill, this is what your contribution has been with that particular skill. So this is very important. Resume building, resume tweaking is very important. This is like if you play smart with your resume, you will play smart in your interview. Is what I think is how I have to put it, because I have always played smart with my resume uh, to get to the jobs. So you should always be smart with your resume. Any questions? It's a very interesting thing to talk about resume. Any questions?
I had a question, but it's not about resume. I just wanted to know how this coding is changed after the recent development of ALLM models. Because these models
Hmm.
are very efficient in making codes from scratch. Like things which will take years to master, they will be developing it in seconds. So how has
Hmm.
this affected coding, and how does the interview process change after this?
Right. Good question, Fahad. So, mm, for me, I also depend on the AI, but I don't use it for coding. We are allowed to use AI for coding. We have Copilot and stuff integrated into our system. Even our DevOps pipelines run on the AI base. So it's important that you should be understanding how the AI works and stuff. But what I believe personally is that if you depend on AI more, let's say you get a ticket. By ticket, I mean that you get a task from the company or from your product manager or someone. You are getting a task, and then you go and write the prompt on your cursor, Fleet, or Chat GPT, whatever the agents which are available. You go and write the prompt, you get the answer, but at the end of the day, you are giving out the ticket, you are completing the ticket, you might be completing the ticket. I don't know how efficient the AI is. You might, but at the end of the day, what is happening to you is you're just a prompter. You're not a coder. You don't call yourself a coder. You're just a prompter. Any which anyone can do. If my work is getting done by with the help of AI agents, I don't call myself a coder. A 10-year-old kid can do the same thing which I'm doing. So it's very important to find a balance. How you delegate work, that's very important. Like if you have a high priority task, a P1, a sub-zero ticket which you are working, then you should never give it to AI. You should involve yourself, understand about AI, and how important all these things are. Understand the ticket. So utilize your brain a bit, and then probably use the AI. One more important thing which I want to add here is there has been lately a much of discussions which has been happening in my community, in my tech communities, in my office, is that uh, that first layer of developers will be removed, and then the AI goes into that. From senior software engineers to the staff engineers will be reviewing the AI code. I don't know how fruitful that will be for the companies, but this is the discussion which is going on. So if you master the AI, master it in such a way that you develop the AI. Okay, you develop the system. Mastering prompting is just a YouTuber's thing. I believe there's no coding involved. Anyone can learn the prompting. So try to master to build the AI system instead of building things from AI. Is what. But a good question, Fahad. Any more add-on questions for that?
Yeah, like as you said, like we should learn and do it. But when we work in an when we work in a company, we will have deadlines to meet, right? So our first preference will be to do the job as fast as possible instead of learning it. So does
Mhm.
this affect our learning process when we start working?
Yeah, definitely. Uh, See, I have seen developers in my previous company who I keep seeing now. If they are getting a ticket, for example, they have to build a download manager. What they will do is that they copy paste the entire ticket which the product has actually briefed about, and then they put it in Cursor, Bolt. There are so many other IDE, right, which supports multiple agents. And then at the end of the day, if you ask this, if product is coming and asking this guy, dude, what is this logic? Can you explain this logic? Why do you have that logic? What have you done here? He doesn't have any understanding, doesn't have any idea. So that's what I'm saying. Delegate it, like how you delegate, how a fourth year person is delegating work to a third year person. Delegate it like that. You should be the superior guy here. You have to understand, you are basically treated like, treat the agents as someone who is there to delegate your work, not as a sole helper to help you with the questions and answers or help you with the tickets in the company. Under pressure, take your time, man. No one will question you on anything, because at some point of time you will get a clarity on how much is your capacity, what is your capability. Then you will start making your own story points. So yeah, utilize coding, but uh, in a delegated way. Because at some point of time you are actually becoming dumber and dumber more using prompts. Instead, if you treat it the other way, like if you are trying to build something uh, which is built on AI, we're building an AI system, then that's more of a subjective coding. So yeah, any other questions? By the way, good one, Fahad. Any other things? Okay, I'll give you a simple tips and tricks before I wind up. I have a call at 8:15, I think. Uh, okay, how do you master data structure? This is something which most of the people keep asking or keep looking at. See, there is you can master data structures, but there is no such thing. Ki I am the master. No one becomes the ultimate master of data structure, right? There are n number of ways you can approach a program, uh, be it optimized, non-optimized, be it whatever it is, right? And you have data metrics to understand whether it's an optimized way. Like you have the bigger notions, smaller notions, all those things are there for you to analyze. Now, how do you master data structure? This is what I tell students on how to master. For especially students, it's very important that you understand 10 things. 10 things on a 10 things if you understand on a subjective front, that's enough. Actually, that's enough for you to move forward, because once you understand 10 things, next up is you will understand the other 20 things. So for you guys, as you guys are students, what I will tell you is learn about uh, learn about all kind of sortings like quick sort, merge sort, heap sort. Learn about searching, binary searching. Learn about binary searching, tree traversals. Just learn this much only. Like learn the theory, understand the theory, and do three questions based on the theory. So you will understand the theory. First thing, what you will understand here is you will understand the theory, and you will understand how to utilize this particular stuff, like how to put forward this thing for the questions. I personally given Google interviews wherein I've been asked about NRA trees, like very complex questions, like NRA trees questions was there. That too, I have to do whiteboarding, like whiteboard coding. You might not have heard of whiteboarding coding, which means that it's a on-site interviews. You go, you write the logic, you write the code in pen and paper, or maybe on your laptop. It's not an online coding. It's a on-site coding. You go write, and that too I've been puzzled with NRA questions, NRA trick questions. So what I will definitely say is that you need to prepare yourself, understand what searching is, what sorting is, learn about sorting, searching. Uh, Common DP problems are there, like Fibonacci, knapsack, first bus problems, sorry, first bus problems, all those things. Try to learn just the basic 10 things you will learn right now. It will help you for the next interview. I can guarantee that. Yeah, and it's very important to understand core CS fundamentals. On This will be the last advice I'll give. CS fundamental. What I mean by CS fundamentals is that I personally love asking CS fundamental questions. I love asking network related questions, operating system related questions. I ask database related questions. Uh, TCP, UDP, all those related questions. Because my background is more into streaming. Throughout my life, I have worked on streaming from Mercedes to Warner. Right now, I've been working on streaming only. So I love asking a networking related questions. So that's what I'm. That's why I said before. You need to understand about the company. If you are interviewing for Netflix, you need to understand they will be working more with networking, optimizing the network connections. They might be fully fledged with CDNs, AWS nodes, all those things. you need to do some preparation before giving an interview. So yeah, try to understand the basic core fundamentals of computer science, networking, database, operating systems. All those are very important. Right. Any questions? Is it like everyone are like third year students here right now present? Oh, okay. Fourth year, matlab, okay, this is, they just went into fourth year, right? Because it's seventh semester. All right. Okay. Hmm. So yeah, I mean, it's high time for the final years. You should buckle up and then start working on it. What I will suggest for the final years is that understand where you stand at this point. Go back, uh, think of, put yourself um, uh, in your mind, and then just evaluate yourself where you stand. Now you might get a clarity where you stand as far as the coding and computer science is concerned. Now, well, if you are getting an idea, if you are getting an idea that I am strong with Python, I'm strong with JavaScript, strong with DevOps. If you find yourself to be strong in that, then go and find the low hanging fruit. What I mean by low hanging fruit is, for example, like the companies which work with DevOps. If your skill is in DevOps, go and find companies which works well for you. So it will be easy for you to crack down those companies which suits your skills. So go and grab all the low hanging fruits according to your skills. Any questions? Anything
Just
you
one more
want?
question.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know how these courses which you do from external sources like Coursera, Udemy, how
Hmm.
does these affect in resumes? I haven't seen anyone talk about it actually.
Okay. That's a good question. See, I am an OCJP developer. I mean, I'm an OCJP professional certified Java developer. That's one of the most complicated exam you give, is what I believe. Uh, it came useful in getting me placed. It was something which played a good handy game for me, the OCGP certificate. uh, so yeah, I mean, things works if you are a fresher, like for freshers, if you are finding if you are getting certified, uh, then it works. For experienced people it doesn't work, but make sure that I'm an OCJP certified, I'm a professional certified, which means that my Java skills are little okayish, like it's comparatively it should be better. So if you are doing any course, make sure that you do it thoroughly, you understand it, uh, that you give an exam and get certified. Coursera and all, I don't think you give an exam, right? They don't. You basically don't give an exam. So take courses which basically lets you give exam and then uh, uh, gets you certified. The other ones are like it's just gimmick. Are you learning? Ask yourself. If you are learning through that journey, then it's good. You take those courses. But I will never ask you to take courses which doesn't have a evaluation in it, because evaluation is needed. I My company gives me so many learning courses. I don't take any of that. I search and look for certified courses which has an evaluation process in that, and I do that one only. So again, I don't waste your money on courses which doesn't evaluate you. They spend money on those courses which evaluates you. There should be an exam. Uh, the courses should have an exam, then that matters. All right. Hmm. How is the job market right now? Like the placement might have been started, right? Like June it should start, or still the previous batch placement is going on. Okay. All right. Hmm. So that's it. I mean, to sum it up, uh, have a thoroughly go through everything, and I'll suggest everyone to have a mentor. I personally has a mentor or coach. My company provides mentors. I am a mentee. I'm a mentor to another colleague of mine. I myself has a mentor. I'm a mentee to someone. So it's very important that you should have a mentor. Mentor is very important. uh, Run through some mentorship programs. I'll be back just a second. Sorry, guys. So yeah, everyone should have a mentor. Run through mentorship courses, run mentorship programs. Try to find some good mentor who will help you to collaborate with the industry. Someone who is from the industry which you want to get into. It's very important that you gain the knowledge beforehand itself. Uh, I would ask third years to do this right now, uh, to get a mentor for yourself, be it your family member. Just get a mentorship from someone, so that you get understanding about the industry, how it works. It's very important, and try to document whatever things you are learning. Demonstrate it to the mentor that this is what I have learned, this is what I am doing right now. Yeah, so that's how it has to be. All right, guys, I think we are done. um, is there anything which I can help you guys with? Feel free to ask now. I'll drop in my LinkedIn as well. You guys can contact me if you have any doubts or queries. Uh, do you guys want to know about my company? You can ask me right now. Do you want to know how we do the hiring? You can ask. I'll do a parking for like 5 minutes for you guys to ask questions. Ajay, hey Ajay. As a beginner of a new programming language or tech field like AI or ML, what is the best way to learn it? From docs or watching tutorials, using GPTs and doing projects? Ajay, see one thing. Okay, I got addicted to this particular ID called Fleet. But then I uninstalled it. I think I still have it. Fleet by JetBrains. Okay, so Fleet is very nice actually. Fleet, I sometimes do some JavaScript side hustles and stuff, and Fleet has been exceptionally supportive with me. Uh, I can personally use cursor, but cursor is like more like a prompt thing. Like, it's not making me creative. But Fleet is actually very nice. So if you want to learn any programming language, what I will tell you is choose. For me, I feel Fleet to be a good IDE to learn anything. I'll pick up. I'll prompt in ChatGPT how to, what will be the basic. As I said before, you can use roadmap as such as well. Like if you want to learn Python, just give a prompt to roadmap as such. It will give you a proper layout plan how you need to do it. You will basically, let's say you want to learn Python first, definitely you will be learning how to print a hello world and stuff, right? So it will give you a layout plan how to do that, and then try to replicate the same on Fleet. Uh, and then so this JetBrains is actually damn pretty nice stuff. It is, and that ID is actually very cool. You can ask ask for the flow of it. If you are not able to understand, you can again, there is a feature in Fleet where you can select the portion of code to explain it. Like I think peak is also there in cursor, same like that, similar to that, but it's not that. It's very developer friendly, not that it's very intermediate friendly, I would say. It's not a beginner friendly uh, Fleet, but that will help you to understand and learn things. And try to document whatever you have learned. Learn it from. If I have to lay out the plan, then I will say roadmap as such. How to lay out the plan on how to learn the language and stuff, and then use Fleet. Start doing programs on Fleet. Once you start doing programs on Fleet, you will encounter errors, you will encounter compile issues, all those things. Then you will learn how to tackle those things. Then slowly you understand. Now once you have cracked the syntax of that particular language, next up is, you understand the system on which you will be running. For example, the threads, the queues, how to manage threads, how to manage queues, how you play with quality of service, all those things you keep learning slowly, slowly, slowly. So you keep exploring, just keep doing. Use ChatGPT very minimal, I would say. Very minimal usage of ChatGPT in the early stages. Early stages has to be like, you have to self learn, because if interviews are turning out to be face to face interviews, and then you won't get hold of ChatGPTs there. It's just your skills out there. Anything? Any other questions? 2 more minutes. Oh, my placement, I think I had quite more than five DSA questions. That to me being a fresher, I had like more than five DSA questions was asked to me. Uh, so DSA was important. Can you come again the last part of the question? Hmm. Yeah, I mean, at that time also, I was bombarded with like five DSA data structure questions. That too, if I remember, mostly it was Q questions, Q stacks, uh, and then no DP. They didn't ask me any DP questions, but then yeah, strings, array, dictionary, hash map. All those questions were asked to me, but right now we don't stress that much on data structure. Data structure is important, but For freshers, it will be very minimal questions, like minimal data structure questions. I personally evaluate on are they capable of whatever, if whatever they are saying, are they capable of doing it, executing it? Like saying I can say that I can go and build X, I can go and build Instagram. Like it's actually possible. Like in 30 minutes I can build Instagram using cursor. But how skilled are you to build yourself? All these things is the thing. So data structure uh, is important, not for freshers that much. You have to understand core computer science. That's very important. And I told you before, like 10 data structure questions to start with, 10 types of data structures. Create questions yourself, like, simulate questions in your mind, which are based on that particular data structure. Pick string. What all questions you can simulate in your mind with regards to string. Take array, what all questions we can simulate. Definitely learn about how search works, how sorting works. This much is actually enough for a fresher, by the way. Linked list. How do you detect a cycle in linked list? So yeah, all those questions. Anything else? All right. All right, then we'll wind it up. If anyone has any questions, you can definitely ping me up on LinkedIn. I should be available. All right. See you guys later. Hmm. All right. Thank you so much, guys. All the best. All the best to final years, third years, whoever it is. Prepare well. Any questions, you can always ping me up on LinkedIn. Um, I will be ready to help you out with any questions. All right. Bye bye. Thank you.